So you gamble in Macau, fly to Ras Al Khaimah, then fly to Vegas, all in the same week.
Exactly. You don't expect to make money on your own car, right? That's how you should approach private jet transaction as well. The big problem of Dubai is fake it till you make it, right? In UAE, vision is very important. How the Sheikh sees development of the country.
To me, Dubai is the best city in the world.
Is your place of connection, and that's why it's so important to be here.
Is crypto gambling?
Money. Is money gambling?
Hello and welcome to Bet Talks, powered by 0x Processing. I am joined by a guest. I've been looking forward to this one. He is a Russian Swiss. He is the #1 private jet broker in Dubai, the commercial director of Lunar Jets Dubai. He is the art of good business, is a good middleman. Let's welcome to the show, Peter Balabin.
Thank you very much, Rick. Thank you very much for having me.
Peter, welcome to Bet Talks.
Amazing.
Great to have you on the show. I've been looking forward to this one. We've been saying we're going to get you on here, but obviously with the new year, we've had such a backlog of obviously guests, but now you're here.
It doesn't matter. Now I'm here.
Now you're here. Fantastic. Listen, the aviation, private jet business, how's it going?
It's going amazing. Honestly, it's been booming.
Yeah.
COVID was the best thing that happened to our industry, because it's the first time that the entire industry has actually exploded threefold. So before COVID, we obviously had a lot of rich people who could afford a private jet charter in their lives, but they never saw a reason to it, right? They were happy flying business class or first class. The airlines was matching their routes, and it was easy for them.
Yeah.
Then the COVID hit, and there was no more commercial airlines like British Airways or Emirates. So the only solution for them to continue flying, and they needed to continue flying, was private jets, because we never stopped flying during COVID. We were the only means of transportation during COVID.
Of course.
So obviously we saw so much influx of first-timers users of private jets, in the industry. And once you try private jet for the first time, you're never going back.
Absolutely, for
So
sure.
it was amazing, and
so hopefully after this podcast, I get to come on one of your private jets.
Right, yes. You know what the best part about my job is? Is that I genuinely hope that everyone I talk with becomes extremely successful, because as soon as you become extremely successful, you become my client.
I like that motto.
Yeah,
I like that motto. So work hard and then broker or even buy private jets from
for
Peter.
sure, for
Brilliant,
sure,
fantastic. Well, listen, like I say, here at Bet Talks, we discuss everything from gaming/gambling, crypto, AI, metaverse, everything emerging tech. Now, to have you on the show is great because it shows more diversity to the show. Private jets, aviation within Dubai, because I know obviously you're the commercial director. Yeah. Tell me about the Dubai market. Now, obviously, you deal with a lot of Russian clients. Tell me sort of how things are going. Like, obviously, you deal with a lot of crypto clients. So how is the market right now?
So Dubai is a massive hub, right? Dubai is interesting because it's right in the center of the other huge countries, Saudi Arabia, India, Africa, Asia. It's right in the middle. Yeah. So it's important to be in the middle as the hub because it's very convenient for everyone to pay in Dubai.
Sure.
And that's a big factor, especially with the old school bank transfers and everything. It takes a lot of time to transfer the money. So Dubai made it a lot easier legally wise and just locationally wise to transfer the money here. So that's A. B, it's a massive hub, so people coming from different parts of the world to Dubai to continue their flying, right? Dubai is not always the final destination, it's a layover.
Sure.
Right? Sure. So for a lot of people, it's very convenient. Let's say from US, you're flying from New York to Dubai on a commercial flight on Emirates first class, and then in Dubai, you transfer to the private jet and you fly to Al Ula in Saudi Arabia, or you fly into Bangalore in India, right?
Yeah.
So Dubai is your place of connection, and that's why it's so important to be here.
Sure.
For us specifically.
Fantastic. So obviously Dubai is now a mega hub of the world.
Mega hub.
You're in between Europe and Asia, so obviously you're getting... for Lunar Jets, let's say, where's your main base of clientele? So
we are biggest company in Europe, #1 company in Europe, now becoming definitely a #1 company in Dubai as well.
Yeah.
So still, we are a very European company with headquarters in Switzerland. We have 7 offices around Europe, all the big capitals, London, Paris, Monaco, Geneva, Zurich, we all have it.
Wow.
And that's where all the influx of clientele is coming from. Now, what happened is that Arabic clients, local clients from here, from Dubai, was going to Europe for their summer holidays, and they were using our services in Europe, and they really loved the product that we provide, and they asked us, like, guys, we love using you in Europe, but it doesn't make any sense for us to call you from Geneva office to fix my flight from Abu Dhabi to New Delhi.
Yeah.
Right? You're so far away, it's going to be so hard for you to actually organize it for me. Please come here. I want to pay you again. Payment is a big part.
Yeah.
Pay you here locally, domestically in dirhams. I want you to be in my time zone. So when I'm calling you at 8 a.m., you pick up the phone at 8. We work 24/7, but still there is a times difference. And they actually invited us to come here into this market so we can provide the same level of service, the Swiss level of service we provide in Europe, now here locally for the local clients.
Fantastic.
So that was the main drive for us to open up here.
Amazing. And obviously growth now, obviously with Dubai, obviously rapidly expanding, lots of different, obviously, nationalities coming here.
Massive.
To me, Dubai is the best city in the world.
For sure.
For sure. One question I want to ask you, and I ask a lot of people on this show, is you're pretty new to Dubai.
Yeah,
okay?
1.5 years.
1.5 years. So you're still quite new, still kind of bedding in. Obviously, a huge factor of your role, your title at LunaJets is networking. Okay. How are you finding networking in Dubai?
I've never seen such a high level and at the same time comfortable level of networking. I'll explain you why. It's very simple. Local population of Dubai, the Emiratis, are about 9% of the total population, which means 91% of the people are expats. It's people who came from their home countries into Dubai for some reason, for money, for work, for lifestyle, for glory. You name it. Everyone has different reasons, but they all have shared the commonality of they came here from somewhere else.
Correct.
So when you meet with people, the number one question you can ask absolutely everyone, where you from? And everyone is from different places. And the second question, I call them icebreakers of the networking conversation, is when did you come to Dubai? So basically there is already a level of commonality between 91% of the population of the city.
Yeah.
Which puts you at least the same kind of stepstones of where you started. You all came here. You all get Emirates ID. You all did
the same process.
Yeah, you all did the medical check. The last time I heard one of the top ministers of Pakistan came here to get the Emirates ID, and he had to go through medical service exactly like me and you.
The same. Yeah, of course.
So it's just the equalizer between all of us. So starting from that, you can actually talk and conversate with people with a billion level, $1 billion net worth people, and they will actually conversate with you because they remember how they started here as well. This is not given in Europe. In Switzerland, in UK, there are people who are generations born in UK.
Correct.
And they don't necessarily treat people who are expats who arrived. So I was born in Russia, Moscow, right? And I moved to Switzerland when I was 12. I grew up in Switzerland. I went to school in Switzerland, university. I went to army in Switzerland. So I've done military service. So I've done pretty much every Swiss thing you can do to be Swiss. But still, I wasn't Swiss. I was an expat.
You're an expat,
yeah, right? And here, everyone is an expat. So networking level, you can pretty much talk to anyone you want to.
For sure.
And they will talk to you back.
Yeah. Now, obviously, when you are networking, you are looking for high net worth individuals, all right? It's not an everyday walk of life, the services that you offer, okay? How do you sort of segment, like, to make sure you're doing the right networking and the right people? Because with all due respect, there's no point you going down West Beach and at certain places, you're not going to find the clientele down there, okay? So how do you categorize the best places you need to go to find people that are looking for private jets?
So the big problem of Dubai is that everyone is very extraordinary, and the rule of Dubai, fake it till you make it, right?
Okay.
So it's very hard to, on the first glance, to understand, is the person is really high net worth individuals or just pretending him to be. So for me, the answer is the membership clubs, closed events. So I try to never go to events which are open to public, that are filtered by the organizers, and that organizers put a reputation their own name on top of the event, saying, guys, if you come to my event, you will have a quality people in there.
Yeah.
And that's a job of the organizer, right?
Correct.
So I'm part of multiple membership clubs here, which you have to pay hefty, not only pass the interview and the filtering process, but also pay quite a hefty fees. Let's say that.
And also the waiting list.
And the waiting list,
Yeah,
exactly. And you have to not drop out and be accepted in there. So once you get in there, you kind of already get the filtered quality of people to communicate with and to network with. So my answer to that is basically closed events, membership clubs, and basically places where the general public cannot get into.
Yeah.
Because obviously you said right, our service is catering to 0.1% of the population who can afford it. So of course I cannot spend my networking time, because I also have 24 hours in a day doing ineffective networking, ineffective prospection. So I need to make sure that the places I go to and prospect in at least has the potential in it.
Absolutely, for sure. So tell me a little bit more about LunaJets. Now I know you've got 8 offices all over the world. New to Dubai, okay. Who's your main competitor?
Well, our main competitor is airlines, because always people compare private jet to the airlines and like how much it costs. So not everyone knows, but math actually works in your favor from the 8th passenger and more. So the private jet can take, the general heavy jet can take up to 13 passengers, right?
Yep.
The flight from Dubai to London would cost you around $70,000, right? One way. So
And how many people would that hold?
That will hold up to 13.
Up to 13 people.
Exactly. So if you take this price, $70,000-$80,000, and divide it by 13, it will actually arrive less than all of you flying business class. So and from the point of 8 passengers and more, you're actually going to save more money by flying private jet in a lot of cases. Not all the cases, but a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So that's airlines. So we're always competing with airlines, and that's why COVID was the best times, because there was no airline competition. Yeah. Now in Dubai, there are a few very big established players here. JetX is one of the well-known ones.
Yes.
There are a few others, but 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, when we came here, nobody really knew us. They saw us as this European company who's doing extremely well in Europe, but has no record and no reputation here in Middle East as the market. Now, 1.5 years later, I'm pretty confident we can say we're in top. We're in top.
Number 1, yeah?
Number 1.
Yeah. As a brokerage.
As the brokerage, because obviously JetX has a few other businesses like a terminal fueling, flight support. We don't do any of it. We want to be number 1 in the world for charter of private jets, and that's what we're aiming for. That's why we don't differentiate our business model. That's why we stick to it, and we would hit it as hard as we can until we become number 1 in the world.
Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. OX Processing are focused on 2 things: acceptance rate and security, achieving an unmatched level by combining blockchain infrastructure with broad account security measures. BetTalks, powered by OX Processing, crypto payments for your business. So obviously, like I said, going back, you're new to Dubai, a year and a half, nearly 2 years. So you're still finding your roots, you're still bedding in. What does the future hold for? Where do you see LunaJets, let's say, in the next 5 years?
Well, definitely growing market-wise in this region. So we definitely want to tap in other countries. We already have a representation in India, our own representation, our own people employed by us working in India, because that's a massive market. They're already a bigger population than China. They're much open economy-wise than China.
1.5 billion people.
Yeah, exactly. Massive. You know, there are more people now in India than in China. And a much more open economy. So definitely the market that we're tapping in. And very undeveloped private jet wise. You know, it's a very new thing for them. Saudi Arabia next to us, absolutely massive market, very rich country. So we're gonna grow exponentially sideways into this region and open offices and representations everywhere. But then we're going to dominate UAE market. You know, Abu Dhabi is becoming very big as well for the private jets. Then Ras Al Khaimah, I think we're going to talk about it. Going to be massive as soon as the casinos open, because people will just fly to in Ras Al Khaimah. There is already operating airport. It's just a very small one. But for private jets, we can use it. For private jets, for us to use Dubai or Ras Al Khaimah, even today, doesn't make any difference. So that's the beauty of private jets. I can land you pretty much anywhere where is 1 kilometer asphalt stretch. So once the reason to go to Ras Al Khaimah full time and not even visit Dubai is there, it's going to be big.
For sure.
And the airports wise, of course, we know about the airport's transition from DXB, main international Dubai airport, all the traffic gonna go to Al Maktoum airport.
This
right?
is huge.
Which is on the other side of the city, which is huge for the city, because basically what's gonna happen is the flow of people, of traffic, of passengers. Right now, it's going from the south to the north, right, from Marina all the way to DXB. It's gonna switch other way around. People will start going into the desert,
of course,
southward.
Of course.
So that's gonna be traffic-wise. City will be released of all this passenger traffic. And you know, right now, population of Dubai is what, 4.5 million, 4.7 million?
Yeah, I think around 4.4 million. Yeah.
In New Year's, just now last week, we had about 15 million total people, including the tourists. That means all this 11 million people will start going into the desert instead of into the city.
They're landing at the other side of the city now.
Exactly.
And obviously all the infrastructure, all that traffic will obviously flow that way. What is now obviously we did just touch base on Ras Al Khaimah, which we're going to come to, which is a huge topic that we do talk about here at Bet Talks. Now, what is the actual terminal or actual airport that's happening in Ras Al Khaimah? Because you're going to need a terminal for, let's say, high net worth individuals, Chinese that are going to be flying in to gamble. So there is already an airport there.
There is already an airport there, fully operational. Fully operational. There are a couple of scheduled flights flying in there, and there are private jets flying there. It's used a lot as the parking because it's a lot cheaper than Dubai. So people park there. It's even cheaper than Sharjah. So people who don't want to park in Dubai, they park in Sharjah. People who don't want to park in Sharjah, they start parking in Ras Al Khaimah. But building a terminal it's an easy process. Right, you don't need any infrastructure building. You just need the building and fit it in with a nice furniture, nice F&B concept, and you settled. So this can be done in a question of months. There already a private jet terminal, so jets already fly there. So there is a level of comfort there, but they're just going to improve it and increase it for the new inflow of people.
Fantastic.
But that's going to be great because you don't have to drive, 1.5 hours from Dubai to Ras Al Khaimah. You can actually fly on a private jet from Macau straight to Ras Al Khaimah and straight to Vim.
Absolutely. So you gamble in Macau, fly to Ras Al Khaimah, then fly to Vegas, all in the same week.
Exactly. And your drive time with the car is 20 minutes.
Absolutely. And Peter will do all your brokerage service for your private jets.
I would be happy to do so.
Fantastic. Listen, I mean, from what it sounds, from the development of Ras Al Khaimah, the casino opening 2027 is only going to create more traffic for private jets, which is huge for your business, which is obviously a huge plus. Let's touch base on cryptocurrency. How does that work in your favor for either buying or chartering private jets?
Simple, very simple. The transaction time. So crypto payments are 24/7, unlike banks and bank transactions. And we deal in a high ticket value transactions, right? Minimum in this region, ticket you would spend on a private jet is maybe $30,000-$40,000. That's where it starts, just because everything is far away.
Sure.
You can fly Dubai, Abu Dhabi for around $17,000, but not that many people do that.
No.
So your ticket is already a high value ticket. Then the time it takes to transact from US to here, or from Europe to here, or even from India to here, it takes 2-3 days, right? 2-3 days. People need jets tonight. That's where we excel at, is basically people just miss their flight on a commercial flight. It will take them 30, 40 minutes to drive from Dubai International to Dubai DWC. I will have a jet ready for them by the time they reach DWC. So they can still make it to the meeting in London that they're so important for them.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. So for us, booking a private jet, it's a question of minutes.
Yeah.
But then the question of paying for a private jet, it's a whole different process just because the system is slow. So the crypto payments is actually solving this issue because it's instant. During the weekend, it's instant. So the person who... The other solution to it is credit card, but not everyone has the limits on the credit card that allows you to book a $80,000 private jet. They might have the money, no problem, but then the banks again put the limits on their credit card, how much they can actually spend on one transaction, which is a problem. Crypto doesn't have it. So for us, crypto payment is simply a convenience of and speed of payments, and B, we realized and we understood that there are a lot of clients who earned a lot of money on crypto, but then cannot spend it. You're still very restricted. And when we started in 2019 doing that, it was almost impossible to spend like good amount of crypto on your own life legally. It's 100% legal. So we realized that they might actually use private jets, and we don't charge anything on top for paying crypto. For us, paying crypto, paying bank transfer is exactly the same. We still receive the same amount of money.
Fantastic.
So for them, it was an actual solution to start flying and using their crypto assets into their own lives.
Yeah.
And it was huge. It was huge. Of course, a lot of people reached to us, and a lot of people see Luna just as a crypto private jet broker because we have a lot. I follow you, of course, on the social media. You go to Malta, you go to all the big crypto events. We have private jets going in and out of these events.
Yeah.
Constantly, because people know first of all, it's people of the industry, but second of all, people know that they can pay crypto for our services and just fly.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I do a lot of crypto and gaming / gambling conferences globally, and a lot of your big players are obviously they're flying in private.
And a lot of them are using LunaJet.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So how many flights did LunaJet broker, let's say, last year?
So last year, 2024, we're still closing the year. Obviously, it's going to be done by end of January. But right now, the numbers show it's around 15,000 flights we've done globally last year. And our revenue is about $150 million turnover in a year. So we're really the key player of the industry worldwide.
Very impressive, very impressive. And that's only going to even grow even more, like I say, once the new Al Maktoum Airport opens, once Ras Al Khaimah opens. Incredible stuff.
Because as I said, it's a kind of business where once you try, you try to always stick to it, right?
Yeah.
So the number of clients, the number of people who actually use the services is only increasing, as well as we cater for the really niche, richest people. And as we can see with the crypto net worth transfer from the old money into new money, and then just very few, but people becoming extremely rich, they will start using private jets as well.
For sure. Tell me the difference. Obviously, I know there's a big difference between chartering and actual buying.
Yeah.
Let's touch base on buying private jets. How many people are actually buying private jets? Because the process is a very long process of buying a jet. Yeah.
It will take you about 3 to 6 months transaction to buy a private jet. So first of all, you need to understand why do you want to buy a private jet. So private jet is a mean of transportation, but it's a very expensive means of transportation.
Absolutely.
So you need to really understand, first of all, how much are you actually flying? How much are you actually using your private jet in order to justify buying it? So our usual estimation has to be at least 300 hours a year you have to be flying in to justify owning a jet.
Yeah.
And then the more it is, the better for you. Second of all, you need to understand the budget of it. You will very rarely make money on your private jet. If you charter it, like a lot, you might get close to break even, but not really. It has to be your business. So the people who buy private jets just to charter them and not fly them themselves, they make money out of it, obviously. But people who buy a private jet for their own, you don't expect to make money on your own car, right? You use your car to make your transportation easier, faster, and more comfortably. That's how you should approach private jet transaction as well. And then obviously it's very personal. It's yours. So the best thing about it that you can really edit it and make it yours for yourself, for your own color schemes, for your own the things that you love. You know.
Have you ever heard the motto of 3? If it floats, flies, or rent it.
Yeah, exactly. And I truly believe chartering is an answer to the most people.
Yeah.
Because it's flexible. Because imagine you buy your own jet, right? And you buy a jet of Citation XLS, 8-seater jet. It covers all your needs for your business and stuff. But then you decide to go to Maldives with your family. You cannot use your own jet. You have to charter because you need the longer range aircraft to reach there. Or let's say one time for Christmas you want to actually gather all your family together and you're 12. You cannot use your jet. You have to charter again. So chartering allows you a lot more comfort and not a lot more flexibility on the things that you need. But obviously using it makes it A, personal, and B, convenient because it's always there ready for you. With the chartering, you still have to find it, check it. It's a quick process, but it's a process of selecting every time. And in owning it, you don't.
You know, absolutely. Listen, incredible stuff. Wow. I mean, 15,000 charters per year is big, and obviously growing a lot growing even faster. So let's move aside from the sort of private jet industry. Now, what is your thoughts on gaming/gambling becoming regulated in the UAE?
Well, first of all, it's coming, right? And also becoming regulated. So coming from Russia, I still remember times when Russia gambling was allowed in Russia, and then they banned it in 2008, completely banned it.
Online or land-based?
Land-based. Land-based. There was a lot of casinos, nice palaces, beautiful buildings, but obviously the government wanted to stop it and banned it. What happened? They didn't eradicate gambling as the industry. They just allowed it to go completely under the table into the black market. So these businesses were paying taxes, massive taxes. I think they were taxed at 90% to the value. And they were happy with it. They were paying the 90%
so much profit in it.
Exactly. They were creating jobs, which are legal jobs, where people would get pensions at the end of their service and stuff like that. Now it's all gone. So people could still gamble because now it's under somewhere without any marketing into your basement somewhere, dodgy places, or online. A lot of it went online, and we know all the big brands there. A lot of them are coming from Russia, which is a problem. I definitely a supporter of controlled and regulated type of businesses where it's guided by the government how it's supposed to be to match their vision. And in UAE, vision is very important. How the Sheikh sees development of the country, and the businesses follow it. That's A. And B, there are legal frameworks. I mean, we've seen gambling being legal in Las Vegas for so many years, and they know ins and outs, and they know how to make it safe, at least for people, right?
For sure,
So for sure, whether it's coming or right, I mean, it's one of the industries, no problem. But the fact that it's regulated and governed is the only way it should be.
Of course, it makes the UAE, and the reason why they're starting in Ras Al Khaimah is to expand their Emirates. Dubai is already have the infrastructure. I strongly believe that there are already casinos in Dubai ready to go. But they're just expanding their Emirates. Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, there's not a lot there. Let's face the facts, all right? Sharjah, they're still very, very, very unestablished. So growing their Emirates, growing the UAE to obviously become a lot bigger hub of the world. I believe that once we do see the win in Ras Al Khaimah on Marjan Island, you'll start seeing other casinos pop up in Dubai.
For sure.
But it's exciting times ahead. How do you think that the local Emiratis will accept gambling in a Muslim country like Dubai?
Well, it's a particular topic, of course, because A, it's against the religion, right, to gamble. B, well, there have been a lot of things in Dubai which got accepted, right? The first thing, alcohol, changing of the week, going from Friday, Saturday weekend to Saturday, Sunday weekend.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, it just happened, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So Emirati population, I believe, is very flexible when it comes to developing their own country.
Correct.
And when they see a massive industry coming into their country, they don't see the negatives of it, they see the benefits of it. That, as you said, Ras Al Khaimah, a little bit on outside frontiers, Emirate will become a big hub. We'll see a lot of influx of tourists, a lot of things of money, a lot of things of jobs, and tax revenue.
Of course.
They see a lot more benefits, in my opinion, to the negatives of actually gambling. And then again, I'm not sure how the relation will be, but I don't think it will be much allowed for the Muslim clientele to play in BIM. What's the regulation? Do you know how they're going to take it?
Well, it's the first land-based. There's been no statement saying that Emiratis can use the casino or anything. There's nothing that's been put in place yet. What has been granted is an official gaming license, a gambling license for a land-based casino on Marjan Island, which is being developed right now.
Because we've seen cases, right? Like my case is Nepal. Let's say in Nepal, land-based casinos are legal, but the Nepalese local population is not allowed to play in there. So maybe that's one of the solutions. Let's see how they play out. I'm not from the industry, so I just see it from the side. But for me, having Vim as the first brand to come into UAE is absolutely amazing, because I remember my times when I visited Las Vegas. Vim is this prime palace.
Win an encore back to back.
Absolutely. The most expensive entry ticket into the casino. The most luxurious outfits from inside and outside. It's really the main kind of I used to stay in the Caesar's Palace.
Okay, it's across the road.
Yeah, and I would look at it. I was like, man, that's the prime location.
I've been to Vegas 3 times now, and I mean, wow. I mean, just gets better every time I go.
Right.
And I believe that the UAE will. I mean, look at Dubai. It even looks like Vegas. One main strip, everything's hotels.
And don't think about...
In the desert,
but... But don't think about gambling, that's the only way it brings. Think about the shows.
Yes.
All the shows, the entertainment, the concert, the singers. Because it's not only the slot machines that coming in, right? It's all the infrastructure of entertainment, which comes in.
But Dubai has that infrastructure already.
Well, now Ras Al Khaimah will have it as well. And now you will see with Abu Dhabi, with Saadiyat nights, you know, the kind of concerts they bring in. Unbelievable. Like every week is just massive.
Coldplay's here next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Or this week, I think. So there's so much going on.
And other Emirates actually fight for it. And that's great, because for the consumer, like me and you, more and more products, more and more competitions, actually better.
More and more people, more and more private jets.
Right.
Absolutely. Listen, I want to ask you one more final question before we wrap things up. I ask everyone on the show, you are dealing in cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Okay, as a form of payment for Lunar Jets. Okay. So check out lunarjets.com. If you are wanting to use or book any charters or purchase any jets, check out lunarjets.com for bookings via cryptocurrency as well. Is crypto gambling?
Crypto allows you to gamble. It lets you gamble if you want to. But the beauty of it is, if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's not gambling. For me, as a personally, crypto is a way of payment. Very volatile, very unstable for now, but like any new technology, it has its rough times in the beginning. I think more and more in time, with more and more established ETFs and all the big capital companies getting into it and stuff, being more and more regulated as well, it will become less and less volatile. And it's a new technology. No, it's a new technology which has gambling if you'd like to, but it has other use cases as well.
Yeah.
Money. Is money gambling?
Is money gambling? I mean, a lot of people say that everything in life is a gamble.
Absolutely.
I think if you're investing in crypto, let's say in meme tokens, I had this conversation with a lot of guests. If you are investing in meme tokens, that is gambling. All right, you don't know if it's going up, down, left, right. You haven't got a clue, all right? Unless you're getting in early from a good source and then you watch it pump. But these meme tokens are gambling.
Yeah.
You have, as a business, as an entity of Lunar Jets, you'll be accepting stable tokens.
Yeah, only. Well, no, we accept all range of coins, but what we have is through our OTC, we convert it into the fiat immediately, so we're not affected by the volatility of the market. You pay us Bitcoins, Ethereums, USDT, whatever you want to pay us, and we will receive straight away money on our bank account, right? So we're not dealing in the crypto space. We just accept crypto as the way of payment, which is just a convenient solution for our clients. And that's what we're trying to achieve here, is not to enter the crypto business and crypto industry, but just be more accessible to more people.
More, of course. And offer more of a wide range of services of acceptance. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Well, listen, Peter, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Talking of crypto, guys, check out the link below of our main sponsor, 0x Processing. Peter, it's been great having you on the show with us here at Bet Talks. We could discuss some great topics, and all the best for 2025.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Fantastic.